We have something I'm actually kind of excited about, and I will get this. I've talked about physical media before on this channel and about how I used to be really into it, and I used to buy tons of like DVDs and even Blu-rays and all that. And ever since 4K and streaming has gotten much better, I don't buy as much physical media anymore. If I do, it's typically in 4K. And it has to be something I really, really love, something I really like. And this movie is one I've been wanting to get my hands on a great copy of. Now, this article is talking about the Blu-ray copy, but apparently there is going to be a 4K one as well. So any 4K aficionados out there, get ready because I'm looking forward to this one. But I am a bit sad by this news as well, and that is Event Horizon is getting a collector's edition from Shout Factory, I believe it is, or Scream Factory, Shout Factory. And they are known for taking some... Event Horizon is not super obscure, but taking some movies, some cult classics, if you will, and giving us some really great transfers and some really great discs. And Event Horizon's no different. This is a great disc. They're saying they've done a great job with the transfer. I'm really looking forward to that. I really like this movie. It's one of those movies that grows on you every time you watch it. It's one of Paul W.S. Anderson's first movies. Not his first. I believe it was his third movie after Shopping, Mortal Kombat, and then this. I think Soldier came after this. But either way, it's one of his early films before he got into the video game thing besides Mortal Kombat. And it's just a very unique movie. It's gory as all get out. However, it was even gorier and even just, from what I understand, so bad that it was going to get like a hard X rating. Just crazy, insane gory. And they were talking about how they wanted to reassemble all that footage and put it on here. For the first time ever, they wanted to put the original director's cut of Event Horizon, which is kind of like storied, in the community. The people that know about Event Horizon, it's like everybody knows about that fabled original cut that he put out there that the studio was like, fuck no, you're not putting this out. And we were hoping to get it. They said they were working on it, but unfortunately, we're not. It says that the Event Horizon Blu-ray won't have the missing footage, but it will include plenty of other special features. And it does look like they got a shit ton of great stuff. So if you're a fan of Event Horizon, there's going to be a lot of stuff, including some deleted scenes. But most of these deleted scenes, I'm sure we've probably already seen. There are a few that we've already seen, but not that fabled, missing, hardcore, insane footage from the movie. If you're familiar with Event Horizon, one of the things I know, there was a lot of stuff that was cut out of it, like a huge amount apparently, but the scenes where it shows like the kind of like hellscape not devil, but like the, I don't know, demonic orgy scenes it shows them having that just flash up there real quick. They're almost subliminal. They're so quick. It's like, like that. Apparently those were full fucking scenes that were shot, and they were just terrible, like awful, not bad, like terrible in a bad way, but like so hardcore and gory. The studio was like, no way in hell. And the best he could do was get little flashes up there. So we're not going to get to see all that. Whether this stuff still exists or not is really up in the air. Paul W.S. Anderson did say that he believes that it's probably lost. He said for a while that he thinks, because the movie came out before DVDs and all this, right before DVD, and it wasn't common practice for them to always hold on to old footage of movies. If it was unused, they just get rid of it sometimes. Some of it they'd hold on to, but especially for a smaller movie like Event Horizon, it probably just got lost or got stored somewhere and wasn't held properly. So there's a good chance it's all gone. He said there might be some VHS copies out there floating around, or some like multiple copies and multiple different, because he said he had to cut it a bunch of times before he could get it down to where they would give him the okay. So maybe you could like pick and choose and remaster and make this cut again. But he said he feels as if as a whole, this original cut is probably gone. And that's really unfortunate. I don't fault them for it. They did come out early on and say, hey, we're trying to, we want, this is what we want to do. But they never guaranteed it. They never promised it. They just promised that they were going to try to. And I appreciate the effort. It kind of sucks if they were unable to do it. And he was I don't know if Anderson was in working with them, but I'm sure they contacted him. If they didn't come up with it by now, they're probably not going to. We might get some little snippets here or there, but I doubt we're going to end up ever seeing this original version of Event Horizon. And that kind of sucks because it sounds like it was just just out there by Anderson's own, in his own words. He said, where is it? He flat out said that bits and pieces of the lost cut of Event Horizon turn up, like on different VHS tapes. There will be bits of a scene that are slightly different from earlier cuts, but I think the truth is, when we delivered the first cut to Paramount, they were just horrified by the movie. It was much darker and scarier than they ever thought it was going to be. An executive actually said to me, "We're the studio that makes Star Trek," as if somehow I was bemoshing Star Trek as well. It wasn't bad enough that I had made this horrible movie. It wasn't just bad enough that I'd made a horrible movie, but I was shitting all over Star Trek. So the movie ended up being trimmed a lot, and unfortunately, it was before DVD really popularized deleted scenes and things like that. So there was no initiative for studios. No incentive. I can't read tonight. No incentive for studios to keep that material. And that sucks. He also says down here that he added that he was pretty sure the lost footage was truly lost forever. And that I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I have a soft spot in my heart for this movie. It's not perfect, but it is just a fun, unique, just crazy out there movie. And it's in line with something like Pandorum, I think is the name of it. That's another one, like a sci-fi kind of horror, like gory horror, like body horror almost. That's what it's like. That if you're into that kind of thing, if you found enjoyment in that type of movie, that I actually feel like that movie was probably heavily inspired by Event Horizon. So if you haven't seen Event Horizon, this is a great chance to check it out because this will probably be the best it's ever looked, especially in 4K. Movies that are shot on film, 35mm film and other, typically, if mastered correctly, end up looking great because 35mm film has so much data in it that you can take it and just really get a great 4K transfer from it if done properly. And it says that they did transfer it to 4K. So if they did a good job with it, which they've done in the past with their other releases, this could be something great for fans. And if you've never seen Event Horizon, even if this isn't the avenue you take, definitely check that movie out. It's just a very unique, fun, good time. But it is not for even in its cut version that we ended up getting, it's not for the weak stomached. I mean, it's still pretty violent and it's pretty out there. I mean, is it scary? I mean, it has its moments, a few jump scares, but it is a very creepy movie, and I thought it was a great time. So I'm looking forward to this release, even though we're not getting the one that I was really looking forward to, and this is kind of like me and a lot of people are just finally accepting the fact that we're probably never going to get that, and that sucks, but there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, what can you do besides remake it? And God, please just don't do that. Just don't. Leave it the fuck alone. Just leave it alone. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Jarcast Movie Podcast. If you like this and want more, then check out the Jarcast live stream every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central Time on the Jacob Anders Review YouTube channel, where you can also find movie reviews every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. You can also listen to the entire podcast on all major podcasting platforms such as Spotify, Google, and iTunes. So if you prefer audio, whichever one is your preferred, check it out there. Once again, I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. And as always, stay sexy, YouTube.